Welcome back to That's So Vegas. I'm Christine McKellar, your host, and I'm here with really funny Frankie Scinta. We've been having a good time. It's too bad the breaks are full of commercials because it's sometimes the stuff that we talk about on the breaks is just like, whoa. And I even remember where we left off.
Wow.
Oh, pardon me, bad cell phone.
That's my mother.
Hi, Mom.
I'll call you in a minute, Ma.
Okay, Mom. Love you. Is she in New York?
No, she's here.
Oh, good.
I moved everybody here.
Oh, my.
Like a real Sicilian.
Of course.
I moved the whole family here.
It's because you loved her spaghetti and meatballs, though, right?
Of course.
The real Italian meatballs.
The real deal.
And I'm from, here's an interesting, you're from Buffalo.
Yep.
I'm from Watertown, New York, and you're one of the few people who even knows where it's at.
Oh, my gosh. I know exactly. I mean, 15 summers in a row, we used to travel up there, past Watertown, right up to the St. Lawrence River, yes. Alexandria Bay, and perform up there in the Thousand Islands.
Amazing.
Then we didn't go back for like maybe 16 years, and I got a phone call from the new owners of the resort up there, and they said, we'd love to have the Scintas back. And I go, well, it's a little more difficult now. You know, it's not just me, Joe, Chrissy, and our drummer. We have a band. We have
right.
horn section, rhythm section, crew, sound, lights. We want to do it. So we did it about 3 years ago, and man, the entire weekend was sold out. We did it again last year, sold out. And we're scheduled to go back Labor Day weekend, Alexandria Bay, New York, at the Bonnie Castle Resort.
The whole troupe?
The whole troupe.
And by the way, now that you brought it up, your band is fantastic.
Aren't they
High
good?
fives to them all the way around, lighting everything. It's really a seamless show.
I brought a lighting designer in to redesign the lights. I mean, the Plaza put a lot of money in that room. They really haven't had a show in there.
Uh-huh.
I mean, they got a game show, but it's not a show. You know, there's no movement. It's a game show.
Mm-hmm.
So they redid the lights. I brought in a ton of my own equipment that I own and some that I had to buy. And I don't mind that because I'm not too big to donate. I wanted this to work.
Right.
And I wanted everything to be right. The lights, the sound, and the feel, the look of the room. They redid the room, as you saw. It's beautiful.
Yeah, yes, it is. It's perfect.
And if you go to the Plaza website, Plaza Hotel Casino,
right.
Las Vegas, website, which is scrolling down there.
There we go.
Yeah. You'll see that showroom. It really is an iconic showroom.
You know, and speaking back to the show and what we left off with is because, and it always just fascinates me when I see performers or magicians how they do it. But you guys bounce so many characters around between you and Joey and everybody else. How do you not forget what wig, what song, and how do you keep them straight in your head?
You know, we'll talk about that's the only thing that we set up in the show is what's coming next. Only because you have horn players. They're reading charts. These guys are geniuses. You know, whatever you put in front of them, you know, if it's written that day, you put it in front of them that night, they're playing it like they played it for 20 years. You just don't see that anymore.
I know.
You don't see a real band anymore. No recordings, no what's the word I'm thinking of? Tracks.
Right.
It's real live music. And well, we know what character's going to come up, but sometimes between me and my brother, of course, we're nuts, you know, and I'll just throw something at him and he'll just look at me or he'll throw something at me. And that's the way we built our show. I mean,
love it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's the stuff you just threw out there that was the funniest to me anyway. And if he could still make me laugh and I could make him laugh, I know we can make the audience laugh.
That is amazing, and you do make us laugh, and you've been making me laugh here. And I know you miss Chrissy, and you're like El Capo of the group. Are you the oldest boy?
I'm the youngest of the boys.
Okay.
Joe, well, it appears that way because I do a lot in the show. I do.
Right.
I think it's just because I love it the most.
Okay.
You know, I always say I don't like to do this. I don't love to do this. I live to do this.
There's an amen to
I get on that stage. I've never worked a day in my life.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, except
that's
this past weekend. We did a telethon up in Buffalo, New York. Children's Hospital. That hospital in Buffalo, New York, developed a drug called surfactant. When babies were born premature, 3-4 pounds, they were not living at a 90% rate because the lungs would collapse. This drug developed right in Buffalo, goes into an IV, into the baby's lungs, and turns into bubbles and blows up the baby's lungs.
Wow.
The success rate is 90%, 1 pound.
Wow.
So They have saved lives worldwide in Buffalo, New York.
Wow.
That hospital.
Yay.
Isn't that great?
It's lovely. I
So
love
it was a 12-hour telethon, on her feet 12 hours, on camera 12 hours.
Great.
With a bunch of celebrities. And we raised $1,100,000 in 12
That
hours.
gives me goosebumps.
So I'm a little hoarse.
Because of but how good of you. You know, I love children's charities. I will do anything for St. Jude's here or whatever as far as donating time, money,
Always.
and effort. That is amazing. So you're kind of a godfather now to a bunch of little babies.
And you know what? The miracle of it is, 2 of the twins, little girls, that I saw 4 years ago. One was on a walker, and they were little. I mean, you're looking at 5 years old.
Mm-hmm.
One was on a walker, legs not straight. One was on crutches, the 2 metal crutches. This year, no crutches, no walker. They were running, 9 years old.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and you see this happen, and you just, and when people see it happen, they pick up their phone and they call, because that money is really helping somebody. Not like when you give to the government, you don't know where the hell it's going.
I don't want to know where that's
No,
going.
I don't even want to know.
But I love that. Do you have children?
I have 3 kids. 2 live here.
Great.
Each one has 2 children.
Great. You're a grandpa.
Yeah, I'm a papa.
Yeah, papa.
2. My son has a boy and a girl. My daughter has a boy and a girl.
Great.
And they go, which one do you love the most? Yes. I love them all. You love them all differently.
Of course.
You know, little Charlie Carmela is only 8 months.
Oh, the
she's
baby.
fat and heavy, and you want to just bite her.
Pinch, pinch.
Yes.
I know.
Vivian Gray is 1, and she's the Papa. She, soon as she sees me, Papa. Dominic is 3. He's got that face you want to eat up.
Yeah.
And Frankie's got the eyes of an angel.
Wow.
And just
The
so-
Italian eyes.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
He's got
Seductive.
blue eyes for a
Oh,
Sicilian.
That a lot of Sicilians do.
We're
From what I
looking
heard.
in, I'm looking into that. Check that out.
It's all good though.
So we're
That's
happy.
amazing.
My daughter Maria
I love
lives
it.
in Buffalo, New York.
I love it.
Cuts hair, cosmetologist.
Yay.
And I moved my brother Tony out here.
Mm-hmm.
He was a detective in Buffalo, New York.
Nice.
And now he's one of Steve Wynn's corporate investigators.
Very cool.
And of course, Mom is here, and she'd be with me today, but she's oiling up the Chippendales.
Good for Mom.
Busy woman.
Well, I want to when she makes the meatballs is when I want
Oh,
to
my
meet.
God.
I know. I
Nothing
read
like
stuff. My mom was a good cook too. It must
Sicilian
be that.
sauce.
Yeah. Oh, and the real meatballs. Boy, we're getting all good on this.
I know,
It's
I'm getting hungry.
It's okay. You know, too. I have to mention again back to the St. Jude's and that my son was premature, and he was 12 days in. NICU.
Really?
We had back in the day.
How much did he weigh? Do you remember?
Almost 4 pounds.
I weighed 4 pounds 7 ounces.
Oh wow.
For 59 years ago, yes. 59, I said it. That was like 4 pounds 7 ounces was, oh my God, is he going to survive?
Exactly. Yeah, Matt was an 88, but he's 6 foot something now and a mechanical engineer. So
I'm 6 foot, all right, 5 foot something.
whatever you are, it's all good, every inch of it.
Thank you.
Seriously. You know, speaking of health and everything, with Chrissy's little issue and family and all that, prior to the opening media night, we had to cancel because you had a little bit of laryngitis. And everybody was really concerned. I was doing shout outs for you to get well. But do you think, were you kind of like scared and thinking maybe there was a genetic thing going on?
No, I knew what it was.
Okay.
It was like an allergy attack, like 3 days of allergies that turned into laryngitis. And then it was like, my voice is gone. I mean, I have a problem right now because
We all are.
the mulberry's up or something.
Well, I am too. I mean,
Olive trees, I don't know.
normally I'm not quite as, a little shaky here that I got going on, but
I sound like one of the guys in The Godfather. I'll give him an offer he can refuse.
but it suits you. If I did that, it would be rather ugly. I don't think it would go over as well as yours did. I had a horrible thought, but I have to just say it. Had something happened to you, is there anybody in town who is a performer already that could possibly replace you?
No.
Well,
I mean, there's great talent here.
Right.
Earl Turner, Clint Holmes.
Oh, yes.
There's some great talent in this
Awesome.
town. Great entertainers. But to do what I do, like if Joe gets sick, we could do the show.
Right.
If Janine gets sick, we could do the show. If I get sick, the show's canceled. because I do 80% of the show.
Exactly. Okay, that was a good question.
Yeah, it was a great question.
Well, we're not done. We have 2 more segments. Stay with us, folks.
We'll be right back.
Yeah, we will be right back. And we will shout out to the Red Roof Inn. I like them a lot.
That place.
I do too. It's got the guy with the carriage sitting on it.
And it's pet friendly.
Yes, amen. That was
means
a
I
really
could go.
And I could take my doodle. We'll be right back.
You only live once, and when you're dead, you're done. Let the good time go. We got the right foundation. How lucky can one get me? Hold me now, my heart is aching until the dawn is breaking. You're everything I ever Oprah. Oh, beautiful for spacious sky.